Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6, and we are on to the second episode of the second mission. So real quick, we're going through completing all the missions, and we are on to Speakeasy, playing on the hard difficulty. And in the last episode, we set up a very successful and really good looking island. In this episode, we're just going to be doing all the different mission objectives, trying to keep things looking really good, functioning very properly. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so now we set up this very good island, and we're going to be playing in the slowest speed, trying to keep everything looking really good. I mention it all sorts of times in just various videos. It's always a good idea to play on the slowest game speed so that you learn a lot, you focus on a lot of things that are very important. Like right off the bat, I figured it would be important to demolish this 2x2 square here, and instead let's put a parking deck here. Right? Because as you can see, there's lots of people walking all up and down this, and it's like, okay, well, everyone in this neighborhood needs to walk all the way over here to get in a car. Well, what if they could just go, you know, somewhere in their neighborhood and get in a car? So let's go ahead and set that up. And let's go ahead and make sure that we have plenty of housing. We want spare housing. So as we can see, there's housing that's empty there. Let's see. Homeless families, we have more vacant homes than homeless families, which is a good sign. And we also need a tiny bit of poor housing. So let's set up another bunkhouse. Guess we can do one here. And we don't need housing quite yet. Okay. So we set up a power plant. We'll leave this on the medium budget for now. Coal plants over here. We completed newspaper. We could go through and start propagandizing our population. Let's see what people like and what they don't like. They don't like the free wheels edict. The capitalists don't. But they do like the right to arms edict. The communists, they really like free wheels. So that's a major boon. So realistically, we could choose one or the other, and it doesn't really matter too much. The militarists hate the right to arms edict, so we're gonna try and push everyone away from the militarists because we really want the right to arms. Good liberty bonuses and decreases crime, which is kind of what we want on this island. So it's probably a good idea to focus on the religious faction instead of the militarist. So what we could do is even just change this to the word. So now everyone in this blue circle will start being pushed towards the religious faction. So let's see what is low. Crime, safety, happiness. We'll say we're going to fix it, but we're definitely not going to. We'll praise the religious faction. We'll blame no one, promise an improvement of nothing, and give our speech. You can always get El Presidente to quit talking by clicking on your broker. So, tiny tip there.
They're good for getting you arrested, Presidente. Well, that's not my game. My game would be business. Which business? Hey, what have you got?
So real quick, something pretty interesting. I talk about it in, I think, my guide and just all sorts of different places around the channel. If you're wondering what is your support, the main thing is having your blue bar, the overall happiness of your island, above the Caribbean happiness, right? So Caribbean happiness slowly goes up over time. And so that might be like, if you're playing and it feels like things aren't really changing that much, but you're just slowly losing support, it's because the Caribbean happiness is slowly climbing up over time. And so what you need to do is you always need to be making your population more and more happy as time goes on. So things need to become more efficient, so you make more money so that you can make everyone happier. And these are all the different things that you need to do to make them happy, right? So we have a pretty high liberty score. Job happiness is good because we're giving lots of people money. Housing's alright, but we definitely want to get this one up. So that'll probably be priority number one. We're going to have electricity soon, which means that we can electrify all the housing, and then we can even go one step further and increase the budget. Ideally, try and get every single house above 100, and then the bunkhouses as high as possible. And this will give us a really good housing happiness for our population. Faith happiness, really all you got to do is increase the budget of your churches. with the budget maxed out as well as prohibition. As we can see, we only got 1 star. And so originally it gave a plus 10% bonus to all buildings efficiency. But once we hit level 2, it's going to be a plus 15% bonus to all of the efficiencies of every single building. Houses, parking decks, your groceries. Not entertainment buildings. Entertainment buildings are going to take a hit. But all your houses, all of your industry buildings, your fire station, your Teamsters offices, everything's just going to be better. So that's really, really neat. And so our churches are going to get a pretty good service quality on the maxed out budget. So we probably want to build at least 1 more church as time goes on. And that'll be really good. We also want to get another clinic. Maxed out the budget, and we already have the upgrade. I don't know how to say that word, but once we get another 3% bonus here, we'll be looking at a pretty good service quality of the entire island. So we just need to make sure we have enough clinics for everyone, enough churches for everyone, and that will get healthcare and faith to go up. Fun inherently is just going to be low because we have prohibition enacted, and then food, our groceries also getting the prohibition bonus. There's only 2 food variety in here. And so you can get 8 food variety by growing or fishing or ranching. You can get most of the food from these very basic buildings. And then 3 of the food types you get from industry buildings. Creamery, the cannery, and then the juicery. Juicery, of course, modern times. But we can do the creamery and the cannery. Canneries can actually give a bonus. As we can see, if we look at a rum distillery, we can do supply local market. Doing supply local market will give us a bonus to the efficiencies of our taverns, right? Let's max out the budget on all of these. All you can drink. Let's just check what this is on supply local market. And we're looking at a 47% efficiency. The location could be a lot better if we increase the beauty in this area, but it's just not going to happen probably. We can help it out a little bit by demolishing up these. We can't really get rid of pollution. Pollution's going to drag down beauty in the nearby area. So as you can see, it's kind of going up, getting some 20s, getting pretty bad over here, but that's fine. But in the same way that we can supply a local market with a rum distillery, and this gives bonuses to taverns and cocktail bars, if we get a cannery and supply local market, it'll increase the efficiency of our groceries. So getting all sorts of different food types, plus a cannery or 2 on supply local market, we can get a service quality of 100. And if we have enough groceries for everyone, then the entire island's food happiness will be 100, or at least close. So we can get food to 100, fun to 100, not fun, healthcare to 100, or close to it, faith close to 100, housing 100, job, just give people more money, but as we start to make more and more money, we can increase all of the budgets on every building. And then liberty, we can get that to go up by building some additional, what's it called? I forget what these buildings are called. Media buildings. So those are sort of our main goals besides, you know, doing whatever we need to do over here. Export weapons, Teamsters office. We want to make sure that none of our buildings have too much goods stocked up. Like as we can see, there's 1,200 sugar there, 1,000 sugar there, bunch of manure and meat there, manure and milk. Let's turn off allow local consumption. If you're curious which buildings are allowing local consumption, you can click on building list. No, you can go to happiness, click on food providers. It's just our grocery. So let's go ahead and build up a second grocery. I'm thinking over here is probably a good spot. That seems fine. And then let's focus on a Fisherman's Wharf or 2. I kind of like this spot there, and then let's see if we can get another one. Ooh, that spot looks good to me. So let's build this one out. Honestly, we could do something kind of cool looking, like a big curve. And then we could do yet another curve here. Cool. So 2 of those. That's going to be all the fish and shellfish we'll probably ever need. And then we just need one of each of the food types from plantations. So let's go ahead and try and find a good spot for corn. We could even sort of build like a mega plantation that I always build on all sorts of different videos. Definitely wouldn't hurt, so let's go ahead and do that actually. Let's think about this. Let's see. We could build... So I'm thinking either a textile mill or a cigar factory. Let's do a cigar factory. So, major thing when building a mega plantation is the middle two. You want to build 10. There's 9 different crop types. So that means that one of these crop types, if you build one of each type in your mega plantation, one of them, you can build 2 of them. So let's find tobacco, and let's just look around for a good spot for tobacco to grow. Over here is a good spot, but there's no space. You need a lot of space for this as well. You need enough space for 10 whole plantations. So let's go through and look. And what we're looking for is like, ooh, here I think we found the spot. Right around here, and we'll drag it to here. So you want to do whichever plantation that you're building 2 of in your mega plantation, you want them on opposite sides of the road. And then we just go through and sort of try and get anything else that we can, really. Let's look around. And you definitely want to try and get one of each type. Ooh, we can do corn, I suppose, here. Bananas, I suppose, here. Let's find a good spot for rubber. We can probably do that one here. Let's see what else. So we got corn, we got bananas. Did we get pineapples? We have corn, banana, rubber. Corn, banana, rubber, so we need pineapples. I think this is probably going to be our best bet. A sugar plantation. The efficiencies don't matter too much. Ideally, you want to get as high efficiencies as possible, of course. But we're just sort of winging it here, so that's fine. And then cotton. Perfect. So that's 10, 1 of each type, and we have 2 tobaccos in the middle. So let's quickly build a road down through all of this. Perfect. Now we just need to let all of this fly up, and then what we're going to do with each of these is, you might have noticed that each of the plantations over here, they're all on monoculture. We never changed that. Which means that soil quality is going down, but we built these manure spreaders to keep soil quality up. That's why we built 2 of them, and we made sure to have enough ranches on humane exploit to provide manure for these, right? Same deal over here. There's 2. And don't want shacks near our agricultural buildings. But over here, all of these ones in our mega plantation are going to be on the work mode. I forget what it's called. Alrighty, yeah, the work mode is called multiculture. So all of these plantations are going to be on multiculture. And so they're never going to degrade the soil, which means we don't need to build a whole bunch of manure spreaders and have to spread manure all throughout here. We can just leave it as is. Max out the budget, of course, and multiculture. So we're not going to control click because that'll change all of them. We're going to slowly go through one by one and change these ones over. Go ahead and pick up any upgrades that are good, but not a whole lot of good upgrades this early on. Multiculture, multiculture, multiculture. And because we have so many of these plantations and each of them is producing a different crop type, this is going to bring up all of their efficiencies, because they get bonuses from each different crop type nearby within the circle. And that's why the ones in the middle are the ones that we wanted to keep at a, or the ones that we want to focus on mainly, because as you can see, they get like almost all of the different crop types, giving them 159 efficiency. Really, really good. So we have 2 tobacco plantations that are pretty much worth 3 in total. So that's really, really good for us, as you can imagine. Let's go ahead and increase the budget on these. Once we get the upgrades for those, we'll start producing shellfish, which will be really nice. As we can see, 31k coming in. bringing us back up to net positive, and we're gonna need, so next things next, we're going to get the upgrades for these. Boom. And let's go ahead and build, I suppose, maybe 2 whole Teamsters offices. So let's go ahead and build 1 here. And I suppose 1 right there. That seems fine. Okay. That's all looking good. And let's go ahead and build some more ranches, because something I did notice is that these manure spreaders don't really have enough manure at all times, which is really annoying. So let's build just some more ranches. Doesn't really matter what we build. Let's do sheep, as a matter of fact. Reason being is that I do eventually want to start building up some production for, what's it called, a textile mill. So eventually we are going to end up building both a cigar factory and a textile mill, steel mill, shipyards, creamery, cannery, every industry building that we can get our hands on. And everything's going to be hyper efficient because everyone's driving cars everywhere. A bunch of homeless families, and there are a bunch of well-off families, which means we need a handful of new houses. Let's build as many as we can real quick. And hopefully our urban development is still active, which it is. That's good. I suppose we can build most of a neighborhood here. Go and demolish this one, and then in its stead we'll build yet another tavern. And let's quickly throw in as many parks as we can. Cool. I really like the way that all looks. And just press play. So let's play on ×2, I guess, for this mission. Don't want to be just like flying through it too quick. It's always going to make things just way less efficient. Let's get the Teamsters offices up first, because I know we're going to need them with all these different crop types springing up. 80 vacant jobs is actually really bad, so it was kind of foolish of me to build up so much so quickly. Let's see what people don't want to work in. People don't want to work in the mines, and then all these new plantations, as well as the fishermen's wharfs. So we're not going to be producing as much fish and shellfish as previously thought. Coal production's going to be down. Allow everyone to vote freely, there's no way we lose. And then all these new crop types are going to take a bit to come fully online, but that's fine. We just researched house, and so now what we can do is, cool, let's take the 5k, I suppose. We're about to export all the rum that we needed, and we just need the watchtowers soon. Sabotage raid is complete, which means we only need a handful more. I think just 1 left, and then the allies will be our allies, which is neat. And let's start looking into making them as happy as possible, in the hopes that we can get really good trade routes with them. So we'll just import, or we don't even have money for this right now, it's fine. A bunch of meat, which is going to take a while, a bunch of leather, rum, that's all fine. Oh, we don't have money for parks right now. 38k coming in, very neat. There's all of our rum finished. Let's go ahead and build up the watchtowers then. I'm not really sure where I want to build these. They're going to decrease liberty nearby. I suppose we can build them next to El Presidente's palace here. Yeah, that seems fine. And I suppose we can just build a bunch of parks, but maybe we'll do that later on. So there's the 3 watchtowers that we're going to need. Weapons are coming in. We just need lots of people, so as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is actually, I don't typically do this, but let's rescue a bunch of people with a rescue raid. That seems totally adequate for the time being. As we can see, we don't have quite enough hides, we don't have quite enough lumber, so logging camps, not a whole lot more that we could do. Chainsaws, but don't really have access to that quite yet. And then rum. How about these? How are these all doing? Of course, everyone voted for us. Produce fish, sabotage the axes, produce shellfish. Good, 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 good. Coal. Let's get coal preparation plants on both of those. Blueprint for a police station. Wow, the allies want us to... Okay, that's kind of funny. So we are going to build one police station, I suppose. And as well as a prison, but that's fine. What are we missing out on? There was something else they wanted to, like, there was another big mission for us to do, right? Build police stations. Did we miss something? They wanted watchtowers. And then something else, right? Huh, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to check back on what that just was. But either way, 35k coming in, bunches of planks. With this huge chunk of money, let's go ahead and actually get our shipyards done. We need 2 of them in total. No space around here, but I reckon we can get... Oops, was doing that backwards the whole time. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. And right there, cool. This one doesn't quite reach. Need just a real small road. Can we fit in a road anywhere? Perfect. So now all of our planks are going to get turned into ships. And we just want to make sure everything's looking really good. Turn off allow local consumption, of course. Now that we actually have the money for this, let's see how much it's going to cost to electrify all of the housing. 18k. We don't have enough for it. We'll wait for the next bunch of money. And then once we electrify everything, then we'll go through and simply... Oh, that looks kind of neat. Increase the budgets up until we have 100 housing quality. Finish another sabotage, so now we're allies with the allies.
Breaking news. The allies are now our allies too.
Let's import coffee, I suppose.
Who are our enemies?
Let's go ahead and just start increasing the budget on all sorts of different buildings. Let's increase the budget on all of these, increase the budget on all of those. Let's do hasty. No, we don't need to do hasty debarking. Hasty debarking, if you're wondering, it drastically increases log consumption, but it also allows you to consume or produce more planks. So only time that you'd really want to do that is whenever you have an insane amount of logs coming in. So real quick, let's electrify all the housing. Oh no, we needed to build, thank goodness we have enough spare money for this, but we needed to build a substation somewhere. Suppose here is good enough. Let's quick build it just so it flies up. And just like that, let's check out what we need to do to get 100 housing quality. What kind of sucks, we need to go maxed out. So we'll go to the second highest budget. So we're still making, what is that, 20 something dollars per month off of each of the houses. And we're getting a pretty good amount of, what's it called? We're getting a pretty decent housing quality, which is really good. So high housing quality, 96. And now they have show off, so let's check out what beauty looks like on the island. Beauty should go up a little bit at least. And beauty, of course, is going to help increase the taverns. So 54 up to 59. You probably didn't see what beauty looked like, actually. I'm not sure. Either way, things are looking at least a little bit better. Get all the upgrades that we can. Supply local market on both of these. And that should be as much as possible. Location, budget modifier, supply local market, work mode. So this tavern here is actually as high as we can get it, 59. So people would almost rather go to this tavern than to the theater, which is really huge, actually. But let's go ahead and play. We're running into issues with these two, and it's probably due to the fact that no one wants to work in logging camps. No, so we just need more logs. So let's go ahead and, as soon as we have enough money, build another logging camp, of course, and then we'll build probably some more sugar and then a cattle ranch or two. A rescue raid just got completed. Very good. We have way too many vacant jobs. Lots of homeless families that we need to start helping out sometime pretty soon. $10,000 worth of boats. Nice. Bunch of milk. Of course, we're going to turn the milk into cheese as time goes on. Complete sabotage axes. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Sabotage the axes. Let's go ahead and just steal some. Let's do a treasure hunt. Sometimes you get $10,000 from that.
Airplanes have
Can use it
revolutionary warfare.
at the time being.
Still has no air force. An official palace statement says, learn to fly one, then we will get planes.
Yeah, we're not doing too hot right now. Probably because I figured it was because no one wanted to work in the plantations, but everything's full. Curious. Let's check out what soil degradation looks like. Yeah, it's getting really bad out here. So first things first, let's get the cattle ranches done. $50,000. Let's get a bunch of cattle ranches literally anywhere that we can. Cattle. Don't want them to be like in a dumb spot though. I kind of like here. Let's do 4 cattle ranches. 4 cattle ranches, and then let's start building up some more housing, which we're gonna need post haste. Make sure urban development's on. And let's just build up pretty much as much housing as we can get. Boom, 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 boom. There's a parking deck here. Let's go ahead and build a new tavern here. And let's start building up yet another neighborhood. So we built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 new houses there. Let's just do a whole neighborhood here. If we can afford it. Perfect. And let's put these on high priority. Maybe we actually didn't need to. Well, no, we do need to. Way too many vacant jobs right now. So let's go down to the Pirate Cove. Open raid screen. Let's rescue another bunch of people. We just need lots and lots of people to show up. So we need a police station and then a prison. We'll focus on that pretty much next. Pasture prohibition. Perfect. So turn off allow local consumption. This will guarantee that we're getting the hide. It'll also guarantee that we're getting the manure for our manure spreaders. We want to go through and make sure there's no shacks near any of our agriculture, like always. I haven't focused on that too much, and that's probably attributing to our issues that we're running into. Either way, things will be fine as time goes on. 48k. Yeah, we're making lots and lots of money. And of course, well, we can go middle budget and then electrify everything. Perfect. So we're getting 90 housing quality. $16 is what we're spending on it, and we're making 54. I like those numbers. Keeping us with a very high support. We're still influencing everyone towards the religious faction, which is good. Let's go through right now and throw in some parks. And here. Oh yeah, and I like the way that this looks actually, right? That one. And now, I was doing something. What was it that I was doing? Let's go through, show off on all of these. A prison and a police station. Okay. So, let's build up a police station, which we actually ended up getting for free. And so, yeah, we're going to clean up the city quite heavily with that. So let's actually build it way over here by the dock. Just so the main part of the city's got a lot of crime going on. And then they want us to build a prison, which is actually going to be really expensive. So we'll wait until our next chunk of money for that. And then they want us to start exporting weapons. We have the coal for it. Next up, we just need plenty of iron. But let's go ahead and queue up a number of the many raids. We just need a lot of people on the island right now. So now, hides, this should all be taken care of. Let's max out the budget, make sure everything's on loose load limit, make sure we're pushing stuff around very quickly. We found penal colony, that's kind of funny. That's something that we need later on. Produce fish, fine. Produce shellfish, that'll take time. Yeah, we just need to build up a prison. I know for a fact that they're actually going to want us to build it up here, but we'll give that time. 29k from boats and meat. Sabotage. $5,000. Yeah, I'll take the 5K. Another 33K, and let's just quickly make sure that things are looking good here. Wow, there's 6,000 cotton hanging out over here. 2,000 from something over there. Let's go through, make sure that we're actually not allowing local consumption.
And now, a message from El Presidente. Buy war bonds. They help us win the war, and you can win fabulous prizes.
Okay. So, that's all looking good. Let's quickly... Now, I don't really need to be building up any more job slots. We just need... What is this? So we have 64 vacant jobs, which means we want 64 new people to move in, which means that eventually we're going to want 64 vacant homes, right? So what we can do is just build up a bunch of well-off housing, a handful of new neighborhoods. Let's quickly count up how much a new neighborhood will do. So that's 8 houses times 3. That's what? 1624. So we need 3 entire neighborhoods built up. So we can get half of one here. So let's go ahead and do that. So there's that. So this will be neighborhood 2.5. Let's actually leave a quarter of it off, and then all we gotta do is build up one more neighborhood right around here. I like the idea of 3 pink houses in a row. And then let's go ahead and toss in 2 taverns. And just connect all this up with roads. Cool. Quickly throw in all of our necessary parks. I think that's everything that we wanted, and it'd probably be a good idea to get down another grocery somewhere out here. Can probably afford it. Just go ahead and toss it there. Probably also a good idea to set up yet another. We're going to want a new clinic, a new church, and we're also probably going to want new clinic, new church. Let's see, what else did we want to build? New clinic, new church, new parking deck. First things first, let's get the parking deck done. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and throw in... We don't really need flop or bunk houses, but we can do flop houses instead. So let's do those. So let's do that there. And then we can just throw in a park to help sort of try and keep beauty up a little bit at least. The flop house, let's put this on low priority. Let's put the parking deck on high priority. And honestly, the grocery on high priority as well. Oops. Let's go ahead and see if we can squeeze in somewhere a church. Right here is the clinic, so let's go ahead and actually demolish this area here. And instead we'll build a clinic in this area. So very quickly throw in a clinic and throw in some parks in front of it, of course. Kind of like the idea of doing this little design. So now we have a new clinic for the population. We got a new grocery. We just need a new church. That's what we'll focus on next. So now they're going to build, let's get this clinic done first as well. So they're going to build up this parking deck, this grocery, the clinic, and then they'll go through and do all the housing. And they'll do the flop house last. So very good. Second highest budget, show off on everything. We want to electrify this all, but it's going to take a lot of money. So we'll give it time. Max out the budget on the grocery, max out the budget on our clinic. Perfect. So yet another neighborhood completed. Rescue raid just finished. Let's check in on the population. So we need probably at least one more rescue raid. That's what I would reckon. And we'll be getting really close to having the entire population like finally caught up. We'll have enough people to fill in all of our houses and fill in all of our job slots, which has been a bit of an issue for a little while. Now, let's lower the budget on the commando garrison. We don't need to be spending 147. We can just spend 80. Sometimes important. Oh wow, look at this. What's going on here? What is this? 580 milk. We need more teamsters. That's mission critical. Another Axis raid. Let's go ahead and do it. Or another Axis sabotage. Parking deck, max out budget. Flop house. Just max out the budget on that. Electrify. Oh, we can't even electrify it. Let's get the upgrade for this clinic next. And then build a church somewhere. Probably right here. Another rescue raid complete, which means that we're really, really close here. So I'm going to leave everything as is. Let's go into ×1 speed for a bit. Sort of get just like a quick glimpse at the daily life of a Tropican on our island. Look at this corner. Quite snazzy. Yes. That's exactly how I wanted things to be looking. I wonder how many criminals we have on the island. 49k we just made. Special citizens, 10 criminals, not bad. Wow, look at that. This island's looking really good. I'm really liking the way that things are turning out. But let's start to focus more along the lines of getting all of our stuff done for the missions. Let's do a landing over here. And quick build it. And I know for a fact we're going to have to build like 3 or 4 prisons up here. So let's go ahead and build our first prison. Right here, I think that's a good spot. I just want to quick build the landing, of course. So there that will be. And then let's go ahead and build up 2 mines for now. Don't want to go too crazy with it, but let's get 2 iron mines. I talked about this previously, but I always thought it'd be funny if you could have prisons on convict labor, and if instead of just like giving you free money, if they actually increase the efficiency of like nearby mines. I think that'd be sort of funny, like just how it would work together, but I guess that's kind of cruel. But I mean, it would also be a good idea to just have them increase the efficiency of like any laborious jobs, like mines, ranches, all of these ones here, fishermen's wharfs. Just a small idea, maybe just mines actually, but then again, well, I don't know. I think it's a funny idea. Either way, let's check in on our groceries. 67 meat, milk. Meat and milk. It's like all we're getting in. Where's all the fish? I guess I should have honestly built up some Teamsters offices before doing that. Let's go ahead and just get 2 here. Put these on high priority, get that done first if anyone can help it. And then as a matter of fact, let's build another one way over here. And then right in front of this flop house, let's throw in just a couple of parks. Perfect. Flop houses. Actually, they do have bricks underneath. I didn't know that. It's really quite interesting. It means the entire population is living like on bricks, which is cool. So we have a pretty criminalistic little island here. Very naughty. And very soon we'll have like a little financial district. We'll move this commando garrison probably like way out here. Build a little financial district probably in this area. Move these ranches. Financial district here. And that'll look good. And I wonder if these guys are still doing a rescue raid. Probably. Let's have them actually focus on getting some gold and bananas, I reckon. Yes. It's probably good enough. Cool. And I haven't really noticed any like production issues, so let's just zoom in and get some flybys of our little island here. Very cool to see. Things are working out really, really well. Our population is quite happy. They're not allowed to drink alcohol. And so that's making it to where there's lots of crime on the island. I haven't really seen any criminal activities though. On a lot of islands, if I try and make it up, there's someone running. That is a telltale sign that someone is performing criminalistic activities. Criminal, a college-educated criminal at that. That's crazy. Well, seen it here first, ladies and gentlemen. She's running home. Wow. Darn criminals. Classical staging. Tavern. We're gonna have these iron mines up soon. They're already done. Let's get all of that. Roasting chamber. Why not? On both of them. And so then we can build a steel mill. Let us go ahead and... Ooh, right here actually. Yes, I like it. So steel mill, and then here in just a little bit we'll need another mine for nickel. Which, the only place that we can get nickel is either way over here or up here, but... I mean, screw it, we'll build... We can build 2 here. Now we gotta do is slowly eke a road all the way down here. Which is kind of annoying sometimes, but that's okay. Cool. I think that looks fine. Let's go into ×2 speed. So, the prison should be up and running soon. Yeah, the people had to walk all the way out here. But we'll have the prison up and running soon, and then we'll have steel as well as nickel, and then all we need to do is construct a weapons factory. So pretty soon we're going to be rolling in money. Another rescue raid, which means that almost all of our jobs are filled in, which is good. Handful more housing that we need, but we don't really have too much space for it. Let's throw 2 flop houses right here. Cool. Uncover up to 10 hidden roles. Have a customs office. Nice. Easy peasy. 10 hidden roles, so we found out a bunch of criminals. That's good. Customs office. We only made 17k off that run. Max out the budget, loose load limit. Ooh, we can get second shipped on all of these. We should actually do that. Boom, steel mill. So we need 2,560 coal, 2,560 iron. Which means that we only need 1 iron mine, 1 coal mine, but we have more than that. So that's fine. Go ahead and throw in yet another Teamster's office here. And let's see, can we throw one in? We can throw one in here. And then let's throw in a couple of flop houses. Here and there. Let's even throw in, can we fit one here? No. We can fit one here though. And of course, just throw in some random parks. Cool. Let's see what else the population needs. We have a lot of vacant jobs. We need some more housing soonish. I suppose what we can do is do like some little half neighborhoods here. What I mean by that is do this, do that, do this, do that, do... Can't build that last one, that's fine though. Extend the road all the way down as far as we can this way. Honestly, let's cancel this one and then rebuild it here. Build a road down as far as we can this way. Throw in just sort of as many houses as we can in this area. Cool. I am content with all of this. And again, just as much parks as we can really fit in. Cool. We can build 2 houses right there. Let's go and do that. Oh no. Cool. I really like the way that that's all looking. Commando garrison, this, that, and the other. Let's look at trade. It would be nice if the allies really, really liked us. Let's go ahead and praise them. We have enough money for it. And then let's go through. We can import cigars. Let's import 5,000 cigars. Why not? We actually don't have a military, so if we get invaded, it's not that great. But we shouldn't get invaded with an ally. I have been invaded when we did have an ally, so kind of want to be careful with it. Sugar, wool, bananas. Might as well get the bananas. 10k for that. But that should give us maxed out relation with the allies. So once these new trade offers come in, we'll be looking at the best trade offers that they'll possibly give us.
Trading with a certain major superpower. The palace's statement? They don't trade fair, so neither will we.
Whoa, we just made $79,000. That's crazy. We just needed to get the goods out. I'm figuring what our main issue was. But yeah, we're starting to see a lot of cars on the road. That's really cool to see. We don't have a parking deck over here, which is kind of why we can notice that we don't really have too many cars out in this direction. We could. No, we do actually. We do have a parking deck around here. Not sure what the issue is. Show off. Let's see if we can do that. Increase the budget on this to give us as much electricity as possible. Another 60k just made. Very good. Cool, cool, cool. We have the steel mill. We have the nickel coming in. Let's go ahead and get a weapons factory then. Just need to figure a good spot for it. Can we put it here? We can. I like that. Let's go ahead and do it. Then let's get our commando garrison. Turn it this way. Pull it all the way down to here. And simply throw a road on over. We can throw in probably a flop house here. Throw in a quick little park. Extend the road around to look good. Then let's go through and simply start relocating all of these ranches. So let's get one over here. Let's go into just ×2 speed for now. Let's get another ranch and throw it anywhere that'll give us a decent efficiency. 67. I shouldn't have done that, but we will deal with it. We can do one here, I suppose. And I'm not averse to this. We're making so much money. Let's go into the edicts and just turn on no more shacks. We're making so much money that we can afford that. Let's go and get penal colony. I know we're going to need to get it anyways. Things are looking up. Kind of crazy. Okay. So customs office. Let's go ahead and do that then. We're going to build sort of like a financial district over here. So let's go ahead and figure how we want this to look. A bank is a 2 by like 5, I think. Let's actually purchase this and get an idea of how we want this to look. So we could build the bank here and then a customs office around it nearby. Let's go ahead and do that actually. Oh, we can't even build the customs office. That's okay. Customs office will go, I think, right here. And then we'll try and get the crime safety down in this area. Let's go ahead and... we don't need to max out the budget. Let's see what the nickel output is for these mines. Yeah, we need 2 nickel mines for 1 weapon plant. So let's go ahead and leave that 115% efficiency. 155. Means we can go up to 140 and it should be fine. And then steel 5120, which is the output of this. So 5120, that's fine. And that's all looking very good. Cool. Complete a rescue raid. Sure, I guess we can do one. Boats, let's get a maxed out deal on boats. Cool. Just a little bit more money here and there. We never ended up setting up additional logging camps, so let's go ahead and just set up like 2 more. Suppose that's fine. Cool. And of course, just max out the budget on all plantations. Let's check in on the population actually. Oh, we have a lot of vacant homes, a lot of vacant, what's it called? So let's actually guarantee that we are doing a rescue raid for many. 61k. Now we kind of want to keep some money around just to guarantee that our bank has always some money to invest in the global market. But real quick, let's go ahead and get the customs office down. And then we want to make sure crime safety is kind of low in this area. So let's build real quick a double tavern. And then let's build one more right here.
What does that say? Love. We love El Presidente with all our hearts.
Then let's just go through and let's build a 2x3 square, which we haven't really done. That looks fancy. And then right around these parks, let's go ahead and do just a couple more, or right around these taverns, let's build a couple more parks. You know what, I should actually move these in one. A bunch of cows, look at these cows. They're migrating across the entire map at a very slow pace. That's kind of funny, because I moved their buildings, and now they gotta move over there to it. Either way, 2 taverns. I want them right here and there. Reason being is that we can do parks like this. Do a really cool little design. Bam, bam, bam. And then we can do that and that. Go ahead and quick build these all up. Max out their budgets, all you can drink. And then we're also going to want some parks around this, 2x1s. This one, and then that one. Cool. So now, everything's looking really snazzy. Let's go crime safety. In this area, it's below 40, which is what we needed for the mission objective. And it should go even down further once someone works there, so... crime safety should be pretty low in this area, which is good. Which is what we wanted. Customs office. Cool. Let's max out the budget. Stimulate exports, leave it on that. Ally standing, I shouldn't have done that. Oof.
I was mugged 3 times on my way here. I feel like a detective in a dime novel.
Crime movies have become a craze, and what do you know? Bada bing, everyone's gangster crazy. Speakeasies are in fashion, and they're attracting master criminals like femme fatales to a gumshoe. Do not go out there, Presidente. If you do, pack some heat. Oh my goodness.
Whoa! This crime's a thirsty business, am I right? I'm here to make you an offer you can't... you will prefer not to...
You will prefer not to refuse. I want to launder some of this juicy rum money, so I'll need an establishment. How about a restaurant well away from the law? There has to be a suitable, shady speck in these swamps. I want to eat spaghetti while my heavies lean on punks. That's funny. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just throw up a real quick restaurant right around here near this super criminalistic area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Bam, bam. And then right out front, you know what we could even do? Is we could do a tavern here. Get real crazy with it. Do that. Quick build all this up. Max out the budget. All you can drink. Max out the budget here. Cool.
Looks like you're the big cheese of a crime empire, Presidente. Makes a change from politics, huh? No? Oh.
That's funny. But here we are at the heart of your turf. Toughs with Chicago typewriters on every street corner, Lil Benny and Big Louie shaking the locals down for protection, and Sweet Lulu Lechuga crooning the club. We're raking it in. We need a place to stash the cash, away from prying eyes. Okay. And instantly, we should have a bank with... oh no, crime safety, I thought. Crime safety? It's a little... we need it below 30, and it should be just a little above it. So we'll make El Presidente have his very own couple of taverns. Suppose one right there, one right here, and then one right here, and we'll throw in parks all around the rest of this stuff. So let's do, I'm thinking 2 parks like that, then some 1x1s, maybe even like this, and then some 2x1s. So we'll do that. I think that looks really neat. Quick build all that on up.
President, this bank in which the rum money sits. Perhaps we should make a completely legal withdrawal while the opportunity still exists.
We could go now. It's quite sunny and the birds are singing. It's a good day to visit the bank and take just enough money for it to be worthwhile, but not quite enough to be noticed by the criminal mastermind with the trigger-happy henchman. Have El Presidente visit a bank. Sure thing. So let's max out the budget. All you can drink. And let's check crime safety in this area. Should be catastrophically low. Real quick, what we could even do to help out with the crime safety being low is this. Cigars, good. And let's build yet another tavern here. Quick build, both of these on up. And crime safety should be tremendously low once people start working in these buildings. Cool. Someone quit. Let's check crime safety. Bam. Crime safety is at an all-time low in this area. Kind of tremendous. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty. However, we are just now starting to reach another around hour-long mark point for our current episode. So let's go ahead and consider ending it here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to follow along with the rest of the series, or as a matter of fact, literally someone right outside the bank is getting robbed. There was like 3 robberies out here. That's kind of crazy. They're cutting in on my outro. It's a criminal robbing a criminal. Oh my goodness. But I really hope you guys... Is there more robbery going on here? No. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to follow along with this series, the rest of this mission and every mission until the end of the game, as well as like any additional achievements that I ended up forgetting, I'm going to be going through and just doing a bunch of different episodes for all of these different things. And if you want to follow along with all of that, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.